Hey guys, it's Brandon, back at it again with another pomade review, and this time I'm going to be talking about a company that I've been wanting to do a review on for a long time now, and that is Big Slick. And today I'm going to be talking about their original or medium holding pomade. Now what makes Big Slick unique as a company is, at least for me, is when I started collecting and kind of getting into the whole pomade culture, Big Slick stood out to me. And they stood out to me because they had a lot of what I would consider that kind of old school feel to them. They kind of catered to the old school style of like rockabilly, like Vegas and like pompadours and greaser status. And a lot of that kind of does come through in their old tin artwork, but the product itself, that kind of feeling comes through as well. But I'll get into that in a little bit. Looking at the tin itself, the newer iterations of the tins are very simple. They have just a color here and a color circle that goes around their logo, and then it says for that Big Slick look, which I think is kind of cool. On the back it has the same color, and it tells you about the product. It has the hold, which is 5 out of 10, the shine, which is medium, and the scent, which is barbershop. The ingredients on the back are white petroleum, microcrystalline wax, beeswax, lanolin, avocado oil, fragrance, and color. So pretty simple product, which is very reminiscent of what you'd get out of an old school type Murray's Super Light or something like that. When you pop it open, it's one of these screw type lids type jars. And at first, I didn't really care for it. I didn't care for the jars in general, not this, but they kind of grew on me after a while. I find that they're bulky. They hold, I don't know, they're easier to get the pomade out of. I just started to like them a lot more, and paired with the simplicity of the new kind of redesign, and by new I mean it's about a year or two old now, but I really liked it. I think it matches really good, and the see-through label goes really well. The scent on this is a barbershop that I haven't smelt before, and it really stands out as unique. It's hard to tell. It's like kind of like a mix of bay rum, but there's also like a freshness to it. I really like it, and it's really nice. The scoopability, I'll do the top layer here. I'm not putting any pressure. It comes out really easy. One thing about Big Slick breaks down easy too. One thing that you'll find about Big Slick is, because I was saying that they kind of cater to that, at least I feel like they cater, I'm not speaking for them, but it feels like their product kind of caters to that old school Pompadourian gentleman or woman. Their products come off on the greasier side. So if you're not a fan of greasier products, then you're not going to like this. However, I am a fan of greasier products, and I really like this. Now, although this does come off as a greasier product, and it is easy to restyle, I will say that once it sets, there's kind of like a setting period, because when you're breaking it down in your hand, it just feels almost like kind of like olive oil. It's really light feeling in your hair and in your hands when you're putting it in. But an application's really slick and easy too. But after about 10 minutes, it'll start to set, and it'll get a firmness, a medium firmness to it that stays for pretty much the most of the day. Now this is medium endurance, and you'll notice, I will say, this does say original on there, and it says medium shine. To me, the original is supposed to be their medium, obviously, but it does have a nice medium hold, and it'll firm into a nice medium hold as well, and that's where the microcrystalline wax comes into. Slicking this back, you can see, slicks back super duper poop scooper easy, no problem. And that's one thing that has always attracted me to Big Slick, is that I love how easy it is to restyle and slick with this. You get a good, nice, easy restylable product in your hair, and it also stays, well, pretty freaking slick all day long, and I like that. If you sweat a lot, you might not like that. Or if you don't like greasier products, which I find kind of the, I guess, hair culture nowadays is going more towards matte products, you're not going to like this. But if you have a tendency to go to the old school type oil base, and you like a nice medium, then you're really going to like this. Using the Afro pick, I'm gonna give myself a small Pomp because I'm at work today. The other thing about this stuff is it's really easy to style with. You can see I'm pretty much done already. I'm gonna lock it in, but that's all she wrote. So what are my thoughts on Big Slick Original? Well, I think it's pretty damn good for what they're going for. It's a slicker, medium holding, medium endurance product. Now, the one thing I've noticed that I know Big Slick has kind of at least gotten some criticism for is that their products all seem to run a little bit lighter. Now, you can remedy that by layering this stuff on, but I understand some people don't like layering on oil-based pomade. So the only gripe I can say from an objective standpoint is that these products run, at least the medium, the original, runs a little bit lighter. To me, I would say it comes off maybe like a half step below a true medium. It still has really good hold, and it'll firm into some really decent hold, and it'll give you, as the logo says, a big slick look. This is one of my favorite old school feeling products. And like I said, even though some people criticize it for being a little bit lighter, and that's me being objective, I don't mind it. I think that this stuff layers into a really good holding, solid medium endurance product. It's easy to restyle. It's easy to slick, and it sticks really good. That's one thing I like about it, is that the sides, if I ever do have to restyle when I'm at work, it's usually just the top. The sides stay slicked in real nice and tight throughout the whole day, and that's just using a regular comb. So for me, I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5. This is an excellent oil base. If you're looking for something kind of, I would say, a little bit slicker, a little bit on the greasier side, but definitely nice feeling in the hair, lighter feeling in the hair, and really reliable and good smelling, I would say give this stuff a shot. I feel like Big Slick as a company is a tad underrated. I don't hear people freaking out about them that often, and I don't know why. They make good oil-based products, and they make a slew of other products that are awesome as well. But that's just me. Anyways, if you guys have tried this, let me know what you think. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comment section below, and have a good one, guys.